Google My Business. Who here has no idea what Google My Business even is? That I could be speaking some alien language and you've got no idea. Everybody know what Google My Business is? For those that don't know, this bit in the middle of search. It's the thing that's attached to the maps. Everybody recognize this now? Who here knows whether their practice is actually being registered with Google My Business? Few. Who here thinks? Yeah. Who here has no idea? Yeah. Okay. That's pretty normal. Who here thinks it would be really nice to hit this? Be good, wouldn't it? Do you know why it would be really good? 50% of Google traffic comes from the here. 50%. Do you know how much it costs to get on this part of Google? Nothing. Free. Free. Okay? So this is why this is number 2 in your priorities. So just an example of how this looks. So when you click on that map, Chatswood, we're based in Chatswood, you click on the map and you can see the listings of a practice. You can see the reviews, you can see, hopefully you've got some images, see the map location. So I need you to do this because it's free, and if you're not doing this, your competition is doing it. So you need to claim it. You will be asked a number of questions, and it will have your opening hours, it will have a list of services, it will ask you whether you take credit card. Fill it all in, okay? Complete the data. You'll be then sent a little postcard or a phone call with a code on it. You type the code in and you'll be registered. Then you need to add some photos. Again, you fill. And you need to make sure, and this is somewhere that we see time and time again that practices aren't doing it, that your name, address and phone number is identical on everything. On your website, on Yellow Pages, on True Local, everywhere. It has to be written exactly the same. So if you are Suite 4-1 the High Street, you can't have it written some places Suite 4-1 the High Street, some other places saying 1/4 the High Street, level 5. Do you understand? It has to be written exactly the same, because if it's not, Google will think it's 2 different businesses. So when we do searches for companies, we very often find that there is a whole mismatch of addresses. So it's a pain, but I really recommend that you just go through, look at all of your listings and just change anything that isn't the same. And the final one is responding to and managing your Google reviews. And I'm going to talk about reviews, a whole section later, so hold fire. So how do you claim if you haven't claimed it? So this is Alfred Long. Can you see how it has own this business? You literally click on that if this is your business, and you will be taken through a number of screens that will ask you to put in your information, confirm your address, put in your phone number. Very straightforward, and register with a Google account. Let's just say that you've got a brand new practice or you've moved practices. So you won't be listed here. This little bit here is add. So they do make it really very straightforward to be able to claim or add listings. And just an example here that I found from one of our brave volunteers is there's actually a typo on the website twice. So for this practice, Google won't be able to link the website with the physical address on Google, and that is not a good thing to happen. So exactly what I said, you know, we quite often will see a mismatch. Here's a perfect example. So you need to check, you need to make sure that there is no mismatch, that it's written in exactly the same way. So people often say, okay, that's all great, I've claimed it. Now, how do I actually rank? How do I get my listing to appear in that little box in the middle of Google? You know, relevance, it needs to search. So if somebody is typing in implants, Chatswood, you need to, on your website, have listed implants. And in your Google listing, you need to say that we deliver implants. Otherwise, they're never going to match you up. Distance. Anybody here aware of whenever you search anything in Google, it says, can we use your location? Yeah, location-based search. It's going to know that if the person Googling is in St Leonard's and you are in St Leonard's, you're there. So again, address, really important. Now, prominence. People think that there's some kind of magic, and if you just do something with Google, then you'll suddenly magically rank. And the reality is, and I'm going to talk about search engine optimization more, is what you have on your website is actually going to affect where you are listed on Google. So your links, if you have articles out there or on your website, your directory listings, and your review count. Note the star, okay? Reviews are important. Whole section later. But the reality is that you can't pay to be in this area. You need to do SEO, so good SEO work on your website, do the good, honest marketing online that practices have always needed to do. But you cannot pay. There is no magic here, apart from following good rules. And again, reviews are critical, and I will talk about that in step 7. Is that clear? Okay. People happy to kind of go back, find out whether they've been claimed, claim it, make sure that you add all the information in, and make sure that you put the photos, and make sure that you are then thinking, okay, we now need to think about SEO links to rank.